समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Life of Imran Khan, Pakistan's former Prime Minister, in danger. Rumours of Imran Khan's death stormed Pakistan and social media after sections of Afghanistan's media reported that he had been killed in jail. Today, after the rumours acquired mass momentum, there has been a statement from the jail authorities saying Imran Khan is absolutely healthy. But his family and his supporters say they have not been allowed to meet the former Prime Minister, the ousted former Prime Minister of Pakistan, for days on end. And they do fear for his life. In fact, outside the prison where Imran Khan is housed, his sisters have been among the protesters, and those protesters are saying that the sisters too were assaulted by authorities. Even the leader of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa says he has not been allowed any access to Imran Khan. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Minister Khwaja Asif has said that Imran Khan is getting quote-unquote five-star treatment. Pakistan's GeoTV cited a list of luxuries that Imran Khan was allegedly entitled to, including, for some reason, they gave the example of a velvet mattress. More seriously, is Imran Khan safe? Should the world believe the statement issued by the jail authorities? Why has he not been given any access to his family and his political colleagues? What's actually going on inside Pakistan? I'm Barkha Dutt. You're with the Mojo Story. On the program today, for the last 24 hours, there have been hectic and furious rumors across social media. These were fueled after sections of Afghanistan's media claimed that Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, the man who India still knows as the cricketing star turned politician, had been killed inside jail. For a full day, there was no official response from anyone at all in the Pakistan government. Today, both jail authorities and Pakistan's political establishment responded, rubbishing these rumors. Khwaja Asif went so far as to say that Imran Khan was being treated better than he would in a five-star hotel. A long list of luxuries that Khan was in a way being provided were released on Pakistan's TV channels, including Geo TV, that reported that Khan even had a velvet mattress. Outside the prison, there have been sit-ins and all-night protests, including by Imran Khan's sisters, who have alleged that they have been assaulted by the authorities. Is Khan's life in danger? Would Pakistan's powerful army chief, now Field Marshal, actually make the mistake of allowing something to happen to Khan on his watch? Today, most people agree that Imran Khan is the single most popular civilian leader. But where is he exactly? Let's introduce our panel today, a panel of experts, including guests from Pakistan. Veteran diplomat Ambassador Sinha, Yash Sinha is with us. Welcome to the program, sir. Also joining me is Dr. Salman Ahmad. Many of us know him as a musician, but he has been one of the foremost voices of support, advocating for Imran Khan across the world. Good to see you, Salman. Also joining me is senior journalist Padma Rao Sundarji. Welcome back, Padma. And also joining me is Faisal Chodhary. Faisal Chodhary Saab is Imran Khan's lawyer. He's also a leader of the PTI, the party with which Imran Khan is, of course, associated and continues to lead. Let me start with you, Faisal Saab, if I may. A whole day of rumors, a whole day of mysteries went on before there was, in fact, a response. And that response has finally come to say Mr. Khan is safe, he's healthy. Khwaja Asif claims he's enjoying a life better than he would in a five-star hotel. I would like to ask you, as his lawyer and his party colleague, are you satisfied with this response? Are you still fearful for his life and his security?
See, previously his legal team was allowed on previous month, 27th of previous month. and later on the access has been denied to the family and the legal team. Uh, as a lawyer, his well-wisher, and I would like to uh, grant access. I would like government of Pakistan to grant access to the family first of all, and his legal team also, so that these rumors, which are primarily baseless, we I have checked from my own sources, and also the rumors which has been separated by one media and later on picked by the Indian media. I don't know, because social media is nowadays quite a source of rumor mongering. Uh, they say that the authorities claim, I have also interacted with them, and they have assured me that he's safe, but we would like to see himself ourselves. We would want to witness his status, because previous year in October, it was a 3 weeks pause, and when I met him, I had to file a petition in the court, and I went to see him. And for the first time in my life, I saw Imran in a beard and in not in a good shape. And then he complained about lots of things. I hope that this will not be repeated. Imran Khan is one of the most popular personality and one of the most respected Pakistanis amongst the entire world. And the government authorities have been treating. I would say that he has not been, treated as it should be. Like for the Asif's statement you just referred, it's rubbish
Yeah.
statement. I mean, under the prison rules, there are A class and B class prisoners. In India, Indian prison rules, there are also classes of the prisoners, which was introduced not now. It is about like 150 years old law, which privileges the former ministers, prime ministers, politicians, or the people of the good reputation in the community. Even a graduate can have those facilities, and the sort of food he eats, he pays for it, and the family pays it for it. And this is his absolute legal privilege. So there is no ahsan, there's no thanksgiving from the government. Whatever has been provided to him is right. And but the unfortunate restrictions and hurdles in his meeting, which are also allowed under the constitution and the law, the government needs to be more efficient, and especially after these sort of rumors, they must not give a chance to these rumors to be spreaded around. And
Faisal
family
Sahab,
and
if I may ask you, sorry to interrupt you. I think what I'm hearing from you is you believe the rumors reported first in Afghan media and then on social media that Imran Khan there were rumors of his death. You believe those rumors to be false, but you're also saying that there has been no access for the family and even for his legal team to Imran Khan for how long now? If you could be specific, for how many days has nobody been able to see him?
It's about like 1 month, 4 weeks now. Previously, 27th, on 27th, the family and the lawyers were allowed to meet, and thereafter, nobody was allowed to approach him. Uh, I believe that, and so is I was going through our BBC Urdu news, in which the family has contradicted these rumors, and also there's from the party sources it has been contradicted. But it is always more appropriate to give access to, especially a political prisoners like Imran Khan. This is unfortunate culture of this region, including India also, that we deal the opposition leaders and the opposition parties in the most pathetic manner, and that is very unfortunate. That is very
So
unfortunate.
for a month, sir, you nobody has been able to meet him. Before that, you did meet him, and you said Imran Khan was not looking like himself. He'd sported a beard. He wasn't.
No,
Uh,
I'm talking about the previous year, one incident.
Acha Purana. Okay, okay, understood.
When the government was passing 26th Amendment previous year. And
Samajh gayi.
later on, and we
Samajh gayi.
were, yeah.
Samajh
No,
gayi.
no,
So the latest position, sorry, I'm interrupting you, sir. Just want to bring in responses. The latest position we have from Imran Khan's lawyer is the following. Imran Khan's death rumors are only that rumors. That is what the family and his legal team believe. However, for a month now, for 4 weeks, neither his family nor his lawyers have been allowed to meet him. This absence of access possibly has fueled some of these rumors. And the best way to debunk these rumors would be to allow both his family and his legal team to have normal, routine access to him. As far as Khwaja Asif's statements on so-called five-star treatment is concerned, Imran Khan's lawyer is saying he's paying for whatever he's getting. It's within the law, and it's not some ehsan, it's not some favor. Before I bring in our Indian experts, Dr. Ahmad, do you share in a way the assessment that you've just heard from the legal team? I know that you often travel around the world. You've been trying to get the world's attention to this. Are you concerned for Mr. Khan's life and safety? Faisal Saab says 4 hafte ho gaye hain, 4 weeks since they've been able to meet him, but they don't believe these rumors about his death. They believe that's a social media kind of speculation that arose because of this lack of access to him.
Thank you, Barkha, for inviting me. Well, let me just lay down the case for all of you, and you can decide how critical a situation this is. First of all, Suleiman and Qasim Khan, who are Imran Khan's sons, based in London, for the last several months, they have been running from pillar to post. They flew to the United States. They spoke with the Trump administration, basically saying that our father is denied his uh, guaranteed visits with his family, with his sons, and they have been disallowed. And the calls that they have got with him in the last 2 years, since August 5th, 2023, have been at 4 a.m. And for a few minutes, they can't even, and with the superintendent of jail and the uh, Pakistani establishment listening into the conversation. And one of his sons, Qasim, has very eloquently said, "Okay, this is not a political prisoner. This is a personal vendetta being enacted on Imran Khan, the most popular Pakistani ever to have lived, arguably, after Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and also by far the most popular political leader. Barka, this is a man, a political prisoner, who has been cut off from all media, Pakistani media, multiple channels. His face cannot be shown. His name cannot be taken on, state television, radio, and so forth. He also won the election, 8th February election, by a landslide. His independent candidates won by a landslide, despite the Pakistani military establishment's attempts at muzzling him. Now, they've tried to get Imran Khan to make a deal, as have other prime ministers in the past. He's categorically refused. His last message, which was last month in October, he says, "Give me freedom or give me death." So, in this context, let me just place that his sister, I speak to his family daily. The latest message that is that there's no news. No news at all. We are waiting. So, in this case of a high profile political prisoner, internationally known, you doing a whole program on him, what we demand in the international community is proof of life. And proof of life, for those people who don't know, let me just read out what that means. That means a credible proof of life for Imran Khan should include a high standard, multi-layered proof of life. Will be a live unscripted video call between Imran Khan and his immediate family, senior lawyers, in which they can ask spontaneous, personal, time-specific questions, for example, about the day's events, health symptoms, or private family matters known only to them. Barka, you know that his doctors he has not been able to see his doctors for, I think, the whole of 2025. His chief minister, Suhail Afridi, has tried 7 times to meet him, has been disallowed. So I don't know what kind of fantasy Khwaja Asif is weaving here. Imran Khan's life is in jail, is in direct threat. He is the only threat to this 27th Amendment, which is being pushed through, bulldozed through, which gives lifetime immunity to the field marshal and all of the puppets that he has. So Point is that Imran Khan being taken away out at this time, it raises a huge alarm. Uh, the jail superintendent, this guy called Anjum, is a torturer. This is information coming from Imran Khan's own family. He's a torturer. Imran Khan, just imagine this. In a 8 by 10 cell, a 73-year-old man since August 5th, 2023, who doesn't have access to his children, doesn't have access to his sisters, doesn't have access to his doctors, is sitting there in total isolation. Even Nelson Mandela at Robben Island didn't have to go through with this.
So you do believe, Dr. Salman Ahmad, that Imran Khan's life is in danger, and you say that if Imran Khan is well and healthy, give proof of life. Yes?
Well, if they've got nothing to hide, why? If Imran Khan is in five-star accommodation, why is he being isolated? Why are they so afraid of Imran Khan that they can't show his face on television? They can't show. They can't even let a tweet out of him. Or his sisters. This is again. We are not asking for any undue, relinquishing of jail manual. This is exactly what the jail manual says and international law says. And by the way, Barkha, the United Nations has categorically said that Imran Khan is a political prisoner. He's being held under arbitrary detention by the military establishment of Pakistan. There is all the cases on him are bogus cases. All
Yeah.
the cases. And he said,
Yeah.
"Okay, I will not make a deal because I've done nothing wrong."
Okay, I think we've heard, two important Pakistani perspectives. I want to, and they're not dissimilar. I think Dr. Ahmad believes that his life may well be in danger. Faisal Chaudhary confirms that there has been zero access to Imran Khan, zero sign of visible life for his family and his lawyers for a month. This much we know factually. This much we know factually. Ambassador Sinha, this is a fault line, a grave and new fault line in Pakistan, where an all powerful army chief, Field Marshal now, the 27th Amendment in Pakistan led to two judges of Pakistan's Supreme Court quitting in protest. Imran Khan's supporters say he's the last man standing between this complete power to Asim Munir and some balance. But his supporters don't, well, his lawyer believes that the rumors of his death are false. Salman Ahmad says, give proof of life. Give proof of life. His sons deserve it. His family deserve it. The world needs to see. How do you, with all your experience, look at this situation?
Barkha, thank you for having me on your show. I've got a feeling of deja vu. I mean, we all know that in Pakistan, the army plays a huge role. Now, you've had, I remember the conflict between the judiciary and our military is nothing new, or for that matter, the civilian elected government. But for Imran Khan, it's really unfortunate that he is incarcerated the way he is. I met him first when he had even formed Tehreek-e-Insaf, and I was posted in Islamabad. And then I met him many years later in Dubai when he was raising money for the Shaukat Khanum hospital. I'm a great fan of Imran Khan as a cricketer, not necessarily a great fan of him as a politician. But the fact of the matter is that he is by far the most popular political leader in Pakistan. There is very little doubt about it. There's also very little doubt that on the 8th of February 2024, the election was stolen from him and from the Tehreek-e-Insaf. But then again, when I say deja vu, we've seen managed elections held in Pakistan. I was there in 1997 when the current Prime Minister's brother became the Prime Minister, or when he was toppled and then the late Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto became Prime Minister. So I've seen it. That's why I see a feeling of deja vu. Unfortunately, this time it's gone a bit further than what it went in the past. Our opposition leaders are also arrested sometimes, not just opposition leaders, but political leaders, but they are treated differently. I remember for my own state, we had a very prominent politician who had been in jail been convicted for many years, but he was out either on bail or on parole, and the due course of law was followed. And right even now, cases that are being heard by the court, and then the court decides. Here, unfortunately, you have something which is the most bizarre. The Supreme Court of Pakistan, you had some very eminent judges and some not so very eminent judges. But now you have a constitutional court sitting on top of it. I mean, this amendment, and normally I would not speak about the internal matters of another country, but this is so bizarre that I'm constrained to point out that this is that Pakistan is not a democracy. I mean, it's a sham, because you cannot have a situation where you have a puppet regime controlled by, I would call him a self-appointed field marshal, but you have a situation where the world is looking on, and someone's favorite field marshal is doing whatever he pleases. So this is the thing. In this day and age, you cannot have something like this. And I feel that a popular leader like Imran Khan should be allowed to be given a fair trial, and so that he's out. I mean, he should be out on bail. I mean, accepting gifts of we call it tosh khana or whatever, for and supposedly misusing them. I find that really bizarre. I mean, he shouldn't. I know there are many other cases against him, but the fact is that he should be allowed to fight that battle legally, and he should be, as the most popular leader in Pakistan, he should be out on bail or whatever else that the Pakistan law permits. Yeah. But the way he is being treated right now is unacceptable by any standards.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Padma, that Ambassador Sinha made a reference. He said someone's favorite field marshal. Of course, Trump said that in a different context when the Gaza peace accord was being signed. I think people like Salman, Ahmad, the PTI's other supporters, they've been trying to get the world to pay attention. But what has actually happened is that the present Pakistan government has managed to ingratiate itself with the Trump administration, and therefore it has been tough for the PTI to get the Americans in particular to pay attention to this. Imran Khan's sons live in London, his children from Jemima Goldsmith, and they have been trying to get global media attention. But now we're being told that Pakistani officials listen in on their calls. And both our Pakistani guests are confirming that for 1 month, there is zero public. Someone who's gone in, met him, can come out and say, we met him or spoke to him. How do you see it?
Okay. Good evening. Thanks for having me on your show, Barkha. To me, my clock of suspicion, all needles on my clock of suspicion cannot help pointing to the Pakistan army itself as somehow having a hand in this entire matter of the rumor of his death, the not being allowed to see his family, etc. And perhaps this alleged torture was an intention to kill. When news of it leaked out, news leaks out. We don't have such an impenetrable society, neither in Pakistan nor in India. And then that was escalated as the news that he was killed on the social media. What I see is a form of psy-ops underway. Let's remember that it was initially the Pakistan army that had supported and encouraged Imran Khan's rise to power in 2018. Later, he began to criticize the army, and that's when he began to fall from grace with the Pakistan army. He still blames the Pakistan army for not stopping that no confidence motion way back then that removed him from power. Now, a position like this from any civilian government in Pakistan, as Yash was saying, is simply unheard of. To oppose and confront the Pakistan army, that's unheard of. And when it comes then from a party leader who is so immensely popular, as our Pakistani guests have also said, and especially with this enormous support base amongst Generation X, Generation Z, who are just baying for inherent change in their country, I think that's enough to rattle the ISI and the Pakistan army. Now, coming to your point, Barkha, Imran Khan enjoys massive support, not only in Punjab, but also in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which has seen Pakistan's own army launch attack after attack on its own people in an attempt to, eliminate the Tehrik-e-Taliban and other anti-Pakistan elements who are supposed to be sheltering there. And now this master-slave relationship, which, Imran Khan once said he doesn't doesn't want Pakistan to have a master-slave relationship with the United States, but in a relationship of equality. But this master-slave relationship has now returned, with the US, and this has been resurrected. And I think the US has its sights very firmly set on returning to Afghanistan, as we've discussed plenty of times on this forum, or at least to the Bagram Air Base. And it needs Pakistan's support and backing to be able to do that. So I think there is something afoot, there's something astir. The Pakistan army is weighing its options on Imran, about Imran, for whose release tens of thousands of people have been protesting for months, including in KPK. So I think, last word, and then I won't say anything else, perhaps the army plans to use him as a kind of a bargaining chip or a tool with the KPK leadership and with many of his other supporters. Whatever it may be, there's definitely something afoot. Barkha.
I wanted to say, since you mentioned Afghanistan, Padma, we should also mention that there was an attack, a shooting, assault in Washington, and it was linked back to someone from Afghanistan, and Trump called Afghanistan, quote unquote, a hellhole. I'm just joining dots here that there is a certain volatility brewing and we don't know what's going to happen next. So I was just responding to that point of yours. But I want Faisal Chodhary to come in on this question about the Padma and Ambassador Sinha believing that is there an attempt to use Imran Khan as some sort of point of negotiating a point, and while this is deja vu, it's not the first time. Has something happened here which makes the last 4 weeks different? I'd like to ask you that, Faisal Saab. What reason have you been given, or his family have been given, for no access in the last month? Faisal Saab, are you able to hear me? Faisal Saab? Sir, could you unmute yourself? Are you on mute, sir? Please. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Now, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sir, see, I was expecting the Indian friends to be constrained only to the Imran Khan's issue, but since they have sort of jumped onto the international affairs between Pakistan, America, and Afghanistan, you see, there are certainly, we are concerned more with Imran Khan's perspective and political perspective. The rest is inside Pakistan, and I would not like to comment, would not like to hear anything coming from across the border, which we believe that behind Afghanistan, India is harboring the terror. In Bangladesh, they're harboring ex-prime minister who has been sentenced for the death. So if we want to go to that level, I can continue.
No, we are not. Faisal Saab, let's not do an India.
Allow me to respond.
Because before,
allow me to respond. So the issue is
before we come to
that
Bangladesh and Afghanistan, we will talk about Pahalgam. So we will get nowhere with that. Let's talk about Imran Khan.
So Pahalgam is a false flag operation. Everybody knows
I'm sorry,
that. And frankly,
I'm sorry.
Indian media lost credibility in Pahalgam. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it. That's a truth. That's a reality.
That will have to be my red line. Faisal Chodhary, that would have to be my red line. I'm saying it politely, Mr. Chodhary. 1 minute, sir. Sir, let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak, sir. Let me speak, sir. 1 minute. Let me speak, sir. Let me speak, sir. Let me speak. Let me speak, sir. No, I'm sorry. Let me. I'm so sorry. I'll have to interrupt you there. I'm so sorry. I can't allow this. The point is, actually, neither of our Indian. Let me speak, Mr. Chodhary. I'll allow you to respond. Neither Padma Rao nor Ambassador Sinha actually made a comment about Pakistan's patronage of terrorism in India. We didn't even go there. We spoke simply about the 27th amendment, which the PTI is protesting, which 2 of Pakistan's Supreme Court judges have resigned over. We are not having a conversation right now about India's concerns about terrorism. You are mentioning Bangladesh and Afghanistan. I would much, if I wanted to talk about terrorism, I'd talk about Pahalgam. I would talk about what's happening in Kashmir. I would talk about 2611 Mumbai, where I am right now, where dossier after dossier has been supplied to Pakistan and no action has been taken. I would talk about Hafiz Saeed. I would talk about Masood Azhar. I am not talking about all of these, and neither are my esteemed guests. I urge you that we stick to the topic, which is what is happening to Imran Khan, before this descends into a kind of argument between you and me that I'm sure we don't want to have. So can we please focus on this topic? we're here to talk about, is Imran Khan alive? Is he dead? Is he being allowed access by the Pakistan jail? Let's stick to that because we will agree on nothing else. We will simply agree on nothing else, and I don't want to descend into that level of discourse, right? Can we please stick to the topic? I will not allow this program to be used to say Pahalgam was anything but a terror attack. I'm sorry, that's my red line. We have not spoken about the Pakistan deep state and what it's doing in India. I urge you to not get into the kind of comments you're making, with respect. Now, I want to come back to the topic. Padma, let's come on the topic. Padma, and then Faisal Saab can respond, and then Salman Saab. Yes.
Yeah, very
Padma.
quickly. Very quickly. Yes, I also want to show Faisal Saab that what we're here to discuss is basically what is happening to Imran Khan. And that is, of course, a domestic matter that is happening within Pakistan. So, I think it's a bit unfair to say that we shouldn't comment on anything that's happening within Pakistan, because this is a subject that we're here to discuss, and it is happening within Pakistan. That's all I wanted to say. And I agree with you, we haven't even gone down other roads or other lanes. And that's not the cause for this.
For the purpose of a productive conversation, we talk about the Imran Khan case.
Imran Khan.
And we accept and we agree that we'll agree on nothing else. So let's talk about the Imran Khan case. Let's politely park it there, Faisal Saab. और किसी चीज पे हमारी जो क्या कहते हैं सहमति नहीं बनेगी. Okay, so can I ask you the specific question?
Sure.
All right. My specific question is, what reason have you been given for lack of access? It was a question related to the Imran Khan case. What reason have you been given to have had no access to him?
See, politely responding to your question, Barkha, we have not been given any plausible and cogent reason for that. In spite of having court orders, the access has not been granted. So this is something which is worrisome. Definitely, we would want, the court orders to be implemented, and the court, our legal team has been trying to approach the court, but unfortunately, the court is also not responding to that request. Imran Khan's Padma asked one question, and you reiterated that whether Imran Khan can be used as a bargaining chip. Let me say that Imran Khan is not the person who can be used as a bargaining chip at all. He has his fair stance. He has a different stance, which our entire KP political parties, including those who are governing in federation, have also acceded to that. We will want to resolve our issues with the cross-border Taliban on the western border by talks. Because, in the KP and Afghanistan, there are lots of commonalities. So this is the stance which Imran Khan has been keeping from Musharraf era, and he never wanted to be part of that war and terror and others. And he still doesn't believe in wars. He believes in table talks. And he says that there is no other way to resolve the issues other than, sitting across the table with the Taliban and discussing them, and without involving Kabul.
Let me get Salman Ahmad to join to this. Okay, Salman Ahmad, you had your hand up also. My question to you is again a very specific question on this case, because that's what we're here to discuss, and it is this: given the fact that you've been trying to get the world to take notice, but there are other dynamics at play, right? What are his sons planning to do? What is his family planning to do? What are people like yourself planning to do? If there has been no plausible reason, as his lawyer says, for the lack of access to him, what next?
So, Barkha, I just want to zoom out and let your viewers also know the background context to why Imran Khan has been kept in complete isolation. As we've already said, the most popular Pakistani leader in decades. Well, you see, for 78 years, Pakistan has been a garrison-controlled state. The military and the generals and the field marshals have never allowed democracy to take root. Whenever there is a civilian leader who is popular, whether it's Benazir Bhutto or Zulfikar Ali Bhutto or Sheikh Mujibur Rahman or even Fatma Jinnah and now Imran Khan, the army topples or assassinates. Not one single civilian leader in Pakistan's history has been allowed to complete their term. And Imran Khan was toppled because the army perceived him as a threat. He wasn't willing to play puppet. And I disagree, Padma. He won the election fair and square, except the army cut down his lead. His popularity in 2018 was such that General Bajwa had to. Khwaja Asif's seat, by the way, in Sialkot was won by an Imran Khan candidate, but the army intervened and fudged the results. Similarly, February 8th, I mean, there is no Barkha. I saw Fareed Zakaria on CNN say that never in the history of the world has a political leader been isolated in jail, unable to campaign, yet his independent candidates they win in a landslide. New York Times covered this. All of the international media covered this. So let's just focus on why Imran Khan is kept in isolation is because he threatens the 78-year military order. He wants, just like in India, the military to be in the barracks. I don't even know who the Chief of Army Staff of India is, or the Air Force Chief is, or who the Naval Chief is. Does he come with Prime Minister Modi to meet Trump? I've never seen him. But why is it that wherever the Pakistani Prime Minister, whoever it is, the army chief looms like this sword of Damocles? So for 78 years, Pakistan's democracy has been held hostage. Imran Khan is standing up. It's not a one man or a PTI thing. He's standing up for 250 million Pakistanis to have the right, basically the right to bring in their own political leaders, the leaders that they deem right, not army picked. And in Pakistan, look, I'll tell you very clearly, all of our relatives, friends, are live in daily threat. Don't say anything on social media. Everybody is surveilled. Everybody's scared. They all know that Imran Khan is put in jail under trumped up charges. His fearless sisters, I have to take my hat off to them, that they continue to put their lives on threat. Last week, his sister Noreen, 71 years old, was dragged by the security forces by her hair on the streets. I mean, when did Pakistan descend to such, diabolic tactics that the family of Imran Khan's, is under threat? His children, both Salman and Qasim, wanted to visit their dad in Pakistan. One of the Pakistan political puppets said, if you come here, you'll be eliminated. So there is great fear right now. I mean, I understand others might be trying to tone it down, but we and his family, we want to see proof of life.
Yeah, I think it's very passionately and bravely said, Salman Ahmad. I hope you stay safe after making the very blunt comments that you have. Ambassador Sinha, I'm going to give you the closing word. Yes, this is Pakistan's internal business, but here is how it impacts the world. As Salman Ahmad, and in particular, I would say our interests, but I agree with Faisal Chaudhary that we are never going to agree on those issues. So I will keep them to a side right now and focus on this. It shows the Pakistani military's institutional hold over Pakistan. And who was it who said, I remember when Osama bin Laden was taken out, Yusuf Gilani stood up in Pakistan's parliament and he said, the ISI is a state within a state. And I think somebody this week said, they're no longer a state within a state, they are the state. They are the state. They're not a state within a state. Last word to you, Master Sinha.
I completely agree with you, Salman. I think he makes music as freely as he expresses his views, and both of which I completely, sort of music I like and his views I completely agree with. Chaudhary Saab, I could engage with you, but I won't because the anchor is very clear. I've dealt with delegations from Adiala Jail after 26/11, the Rawalpindi prosecution team, etc. But that's all now beside the point. The
anchor is simply saying, I won't allow it, and I know I'll never agree with Faisal, so let's move on.
So
I won't allow what he said about Pahalgam.
Yeah, so I don't want to get into Sindoor and the failed field marshal, whatever, but what I'm trying to say right now is that Salman is absolutely right. I was there during the 97 elections. I know how the votes of one party was pumped up. Saw the 93 elections where the votes of one party was brought down. In Pakistan, the elections are managed by the army. They are rarely free and fair. And we have seen it. And I have dealt with Pakistan for umpteen number of years, so I know. I mean, almost 10 years of about 37 years, I've dealt with Pakistan, including served in Islamabad for 3 years. I have many Pakistani friends, and most of them agree with me. But anyway, that's not the point is that you have the most popular leader in jail. And I take Mr. Chaudhary's word that he is being treated very poorly. And the rumors of his passing are extremely unfortunate, and whoever is responsible, that's not the point. The point is that he should be out on the, out as a free man and allowed to defend his case properly in court. And that court has to be a free court. In Pakistan, unfortunately, that again is a chimera, because you do not, the rule of law is disintegrating. And as you see the 27th Amendment, when it's implemented, you will see what will happen to the highest court of the land. So I think what is unfortunate is that the most popular leader, but I include the failed Marshal. If the poll was taken today, Imran Khan would be the most popular leader of Pakistan right now. The fact that he's in jail is extremely unfortunate. The case against him looks rather trumped up, but I'm not the legal expert, so I'll leave Mr. Chodhary to argue that in case. But the fact is that the international community should not sit by and because I'm reminded of what happened to Zulfikar Ali Bhutto when the dictator Zia was in power. So I think, the international community must understand that Pakistan is not really a democracy. It's a sham democracy.
Okay, I do have to close, Padma. 30 seconds, Padma. 30 seconds.
Quickly,
yeah,
very, very quickly. I just wanted to make 2 points.
Cases
2 points.
May
I please?
Okay, the case against Imran Khan is motivated, is what Faisal Chaudhary said.
Absolutely,
yes. Okay.
absolutely.
Padma,
2 points. One to Faisal. I said at that time, Faisal, and I'm repeating, that the Pakistan army may be machinating and trying to use Imran Khan as a bargaining chip. I did not say that Imran Khan will succumb to that, or his supporters will succumb to it in order to get him out of jail. The other point to Salman, and that is precisely everything that you said, Salman, I agree with. And that was precisely what I was saying all the while, that the Pakistan army, I see as behind all these machinations as to what to do with Imran, simply because he is such a tall leader who has such a huge support base that, he has now grown into a problem for the Pakistan army. That's precisely what I said. Thank you.
Well, I think that's a note we can all agree on, with all our other disagreements with voices across the border. At the moment, the discussion is on Imran Khan, what happens to him. We have his lawyer saying to us that he believes that the rumors of his death as reported on social media or in Afghanistan media are false, but at the same time confirming that no one has seen him or spoken to him for 4 weeks. We have Dr. Salman Ahmad, who's very close to the family, saying they want proof of life. And I think as voices grow demanding this proof of life, you will see a new fault line emerging, perhaps on the streets of Pakistan. It's a story we'll follow closely. We thank Dr. Salman Ahmad, Faisal Chaudhary, Ambassador Sinha, and Padma Rao Sundarji, as always, for their perspectives. And to our audience, thank you, and see you tomorrow. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.